alien trees, cat shrines, and even petrifying lakes. You would think these places only exist in our dreams, but you would be surprised to know that these places exist on Earth and you can actually visit them. Welcome to Willy Nilly, and in this video, we're going to show you 12 insane places that actually exist on Earth. I bet number 1 will give you nightmares. Number 12. Valle de la Luna. You wanna go on a trip to the moon, but can't afford the latest SpaceX tourist plan? Well, don't you worry, because there's a place here on Earth that has an insanely exact landscape of the moon, the Valle de la Luna. Located at the Atacama Desert, Valle de la Luna has a distinct terrain that makes you forget you're still actually on Earth. Years of erosion has transformed this valley to a moon-like surface. What's more amazing is that because of its lack of humidity, there is no life here, giving it more of the moon vibe when you visit. Well, it isn't called the Moon Valley for nothing. If you want to visit here, check out the booking process on the description below. Number 11. Sala de Uyuni. Have you ever heard about the saltiest place on Earth? So salty, you can practically taste and smell the salty air.
What?
Spreading out at over 11,000 square kilometers, Sala de Uyuni is the largest salt flat in the world. Looking like gigantic plant cells under a microscope, the hexagonal tiles are created because of the crystalline nature of salt. What's more amazing is that during the wet season, the salt desert is transformed into an enormous salt lake. One that is only 6 to 20 inches deep, traversable by both boat or truck. Number 10. The Bermuda Triangle. North Atlantic Ocean. Filled with myth and mystery, only the most insane people have the guts to enter what is known as the Devil's Triangle. The Devil's Triangle, or commonly called the Bermuda Triangle, is located between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. It has long been shrouded with conspiracy theories that thrive on stories about unusual magnetic readings, unexplainable weather, and unsolved cases of missing people, planes, and ships. Just like when a Navy cargo ship named USS Cyclops, with more than 300 people on board, suddenly went missing. Investigators say that there are actually no mysteries to solve, that all those stories are made up. Do you believe them? Or could it be just a cover-up for something much more unimaginable? Number 9. Socotra Island. You might think that these images are from the movie After Earth, but this place actually exists, and it's found in Yemen. Separated from mainland Africa more than 6 million years ago, this remote island is one of the most alien-looking places here on Earth. The plants and trees here can't be found anywhere else. This is because Socotra has an incredible and unique biodiversity. Just look at these bizarre twisted dragon's blood trees and the bulbous bottle tree. Makes you wonder, what other insane ecosystems exist out there? Number 8. The Hand in the Desert. Fallen giants are found throughout history, but how about a buried giant trying to free himself from 6 feet under? This work of art rises out of the sand in the middle of Chile's Atacama Desert, 46 miles south of the city of Antofagasta. Far from society, it depicts a buried giant reaching out for help. This is the handiwork of a sculptor named Mario Irarrazabal. He is known for his art associated with human suffering and helplessness. This huge unnerving sculpture captures a feeling of loneliness, exacerbated by its desolate and secluded location. Number 7. Red Beach. White sand and coconut trees are probably the things that come to mind when thinking about the beach. However, this is not the case with the PANJIN Red Beach in China, which is actually red and not covered in sand at all. Such a phenomenon is caused by a type of red plant called sueda. It starts growing during April and May like a normal green plant during summer, but starts turning vividly red in autumn. Even though most of the Red Beach is closed to the public, there still is a small section that works as a tourist attraction. Rest assured, these insanely beautiful photos are not edited. Number 6. The Catacombs. France is better known as a place of romance, delicious cuisines, and a sexy accent. But while these things are what tourists usually look forward to, France hides an insanely creepy catacomb under a network of old quarry tunnels beneath Paris. Most of the skulls and bones here were anonymously taken from the city's overcrowded graveyards during the 18th and 19th centuries. It wasn't until the authorities realized its potential as a tourist attraction that the bones were arranged in the macabre displays seen today. Number 5. Cat Island. Are you a cat person? Then this island is for you. With a short ferry ride from Japan's east coast, you can arrive from what is known as the Cat Island. In Aoshima, more than 100 cats prowl the island, curling up in abandoned houses or strutting about in the quiet fishing village. Cats outnumber humans 6-1 on this island. Local fishermen regarded them as good luck, and the island even has a cat shrine, along with newly built cat-shaped cabins for tourists to stay in. Maybe the cats built the shrine. Who knows? Number 4. OKAVANGO Delta. The Garden of Eden is a popular place in the Old Testament. Humans have been exiled from entering it. The same goes for the OKAVANGO Delta. It is a 49 million acre river in northern Botswana. It's a place where cheetahs, zebras, buffaloes, and rhinos roam freely. The savanna's grasses are low, while growth along the waterways attracts tons of wildlife. OKAVANGO Delta is the 1000th site to be inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List in 2014. It is protected by both the Moremi Game Reserve on its eastern edge and the numerous wildlife concessions within Ngamiland. Ah yes, isn't it nice to know there's a wild and untouched Eden that humans actually protect? Number 3. Lake NATRON. This insane lake turns animals into statues, commonly called the Petrifying Lake. Lake NATRON takes its name from natron, a naturally occurring compound made mainly of sodium carbonate with a bit of baking soda. This comes from volcanic ashes accumulated from the Great Rift Valley. Animals that become immersed in the water die and are calcified, turning them to a structure-like state. Despite this, Lake NATRON is the chosen mating ground of the lesser flamingo. The long-legged waterfowl may flourish here, but to any other living creature, Lake NATRON is hell on earth. If you ever come to this place, please don't take a dip. Number 2. Slope Point. From an insanely salty place to an insanely windy place, the Slope Point is one of the windiest places on Earth. The strong winds come from the intense Antarctic gust. So windy in fact that the shape of the trees that grow here are permanently altered. The site is all the more intensified by the rugged cliffs, eroded by the strong winds in time. Amazingly, this place is mainly used for sheep farming, though there are no houses around. The Slope Point is located at the southernmost point on the South Island of New Zealand, and offers spectacular views of the surrounding ocean and coastline. If you want to visit this place, please leave your important documents behind. Number 1. Eternal Flame Falls. Now for number 1 on our list. Fire and water, two opposite elements of the natural world. But did you know that there exists an eternal flame that can only be found under a waterfall? As insane as it sounds, it's actually a natural phenomenon located at Shale Creek Preserve in western New York. A small hole at the waterfall's base emits natural gas. Interestingly, it can be lit to produce a flame. This flame is visible all year round. It can be extinguished and must occasionally be relit. The flame is fueled by natural gases and burns bright right under a waterfall. It's truly a sight that seems like it can only be imagined from reading fantasies. There you have it, the 12 insane places that actually exist on Earth. What other insane places have you been to before? Comment down below, support our growing channel by hitting the like button, and subscribe for more.